Good morning, Simon here from Next Eco Car. So here we are, it's range test day for the MG ZS EV. Here I am in the car. So what we're going to do today is see how the range of if this car stacks up against the 440 kilometer quoted range from the WLTP figures. Now it's only 3 degrees today, so I wouldn't expect that we'll achieve those figures, but let's see how we get on. So first problem of the day, which is completely my fault, was that obviously we want to start with 100% charge, but the car was set to only charge up to 80%, so my overnight charge only got us 80%. So what I'm going to do, I realized the issue first thing and plugged it in, and it's now up to 84, but need to set off. Got a busy day, so what I'm going to do is, to make up for that, at some point we'll stop and add 16%, probably at one of the rapid chargers, maybe at Mayfield Junction 14. So as it stands, the car's telling me in normal mode that we're going to get 352 kilometers, eco mode 370. So yeah, we're missing 16% there, so I'm going to add that at some point to make it a fair test. And yeah, I'm going to drive pretty normally as I would do, keeping within speed limits, but obviously probably on the motorway I'll do what I normally do in an EV, maybe 110, and we'll see how we get on. So here we are at Mayfield Services. Very quick update. So just to recoup the 16% I was missing off my 100% charge that I should have had to start this journey, I'm going to put that 16% in here at Mayfield. So here we are at the charging hub. So just to give a quick update so far. So far we've done 64 kilometers and average 19.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, which is about what I'd expect. So 257 kilometers left. If we keep going at this sort of consumption, then I would expect that we'll get something closer to 360, 370 kilometers out of a full charge. So there we go, there's the information on the display in the center. So this is the thing that caught me out. You can set this setting here to say what level of charge you want to get to, and whoever had the car before me had that set to 80%, so that's what caught me out. Set that now to 100%. So anyway, so we have, what level of charge? So we have 66% charge, so I want to get this up to 82. That'll be the 16% we were missing, so I'm going to add that now. So this is the new charging flap on this version of the car. So open both those up for the CCS. Now here we are at the ESP charging unit. Let's see if this card is going to work. This is not my own card. Yeah, here we go. This is the one kindly supplied to me by MG. So it's saying, which one do we want? We want the right hand one. Confirm. Now, please connect. Please connect to the vehicle. I have, and there you go, it's charging. Or has it started? Yeah, 65%. That's showing roughly what we had. Yeah, that's charging. So, and you can see there the indicator lights there. So you can see the green indicator lights. That indicates to me that the car is charging. It's blue when it's just plugging in and initializing. Green is this charging, and you can see that's going up, indicating that that's charging. If we just go back round to the car, we should see that on the dash as well. Yeah, so we're all charging. So yeah, 66%. I want to get this up to 82%, so it'll be interesting to see how quickly this charges, because you don't always charge at the fastest rate when the battery is sort of half or 3/4 full. So be back in a minute. I'm going to get a coffee. So after my mess up with the overnight charging, just done a top up at the charging hub, junction 14. So yeah, added 16%, so per the ESB charger took us from 65 to 81%. So I'm back on the road now. I'm cruising at about 110 kilometers an hour. I have the aircon turned on, so at 20 degrees, so not doing an unrealistic test. I want to keep warm. It's only 5 degrees outside today. So yeah, gonna head down now to Cashel, and then across to Thomastown, which is near Kilkenny, where I have a lunchtime meeting, and then the plan from there is to head on back across to Gorey on the east coast, and then back home to Leopardstown, which all in all is just around 400 kilometres. Whether we'll make that at the current consumption, I'm not sure. Probably will need a quick top up, but let's see how we get on. Okay, talk later. Thanks, bye. I've now turned off the motorway, so got down as far as Cashel, which was about 160 kilometres from home. Now on the cross-country section, heading across country towards the Kilkenny area, where I've got a meeting at lunchtime in Thomastown. So I've got about an hour cross-country road to get there. So just so far, so we were doing averaging about 110 on the motorway. So pretty regular speed that I would travel on the motorway anyway. So we are now currently at 47% charge after 170 kilometers, and that's looking like 20.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So that part of the journey has been 95% motorway driving, so obviously we're going to be using more energy on the motorway, and that applies in the same way that it does in a combustion engine car. You're using more fuel on travelling at high speed. So we're now cross country, so I'd expect to see better efficiency on this leg of the journey. So we'll press on and we'll see how we're looking by the time we get into Kilkenny. So just had a quick spot of lunch here in Thomastown near Kilkenny, where I had a lunch meeting. So sit rep on the car. So we've done 230 kilometers now. Estimated remaining range in normal mode is 112 kilometers, and we've averaged just under 20 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So we're obviously not going to hit the 440 estimated range, which is not unexpected given the temperature today and the fact that we've done a lot of motorway driving. Still only 7 degrees today, so not ideal conditions for an EV. But anyway, we're press on. The plan now, I'm going to head from here to Gorey, which is around 95 kilometers to the services there, where I'm going to get a top up which should get us home. So we'll see what we've got left when we get there. A quick update on progress. Just arrived here in Gorey at the services on the M11. So the good news is we made it. So as you can see, we're down to 2% with no indicated range showing, and we've done just short of 320 kilometers. So I think what we've learned from this today is that in these conditions, so 7 degrees, that's about as warm as it's got today. In these conditions, we're looking at basically getting about 70-75% of the WLTP range, which I guess is a little bit disappointing, but it is very cold and we've done quite a lot of motorway today. So but also a fair bit of cross country, so we've averaged 72 kilometers per hour. Anyway, there's another car here, of course, a Tesla. So we're waiting on a charge at the moment, but I'll do another short update later. All right. So here we are, familiar spot, Gorey services, and now charged or plugged into the ESB charger. So you can see now up to 33%, so I'll probably give it another 5 minutes and that should give us plenty to get back to Dublin. So currently, I don't know if you can see that, we're currently charging 48 kilowatts, and yeah, just another shot there of the charge port and the indicators there you can see showing the level of charge. So we're into the second graduation there, so that means we're above 25%, so that's quite handy. So yeah, a bit of a queue here as usual. There was a Tesla waiting here when I arrived. He couldn't get it working on the e-cars, so he's now on Ionity, and there's another Leaf waiting. So yeah, definitely need more chargers here at Gorey. So I'm heading back to Dublin now to drop the car back. So just a few final thoughts on the new version of the MG ZS EV, the long range. So had a good day in the car. It's a cold day. We didn't hit the predicted WLTP range of 440 kilometers, but I think that was to be expected. 320 kilometers in these conditions, probably more than you realistically need on a day-to-day basis. So I'm happy enough, and obviously it will get better range in warmer conditions. So as we get into the summer, you'll get closer to that range, and hopefully get a chance to try the car again in the summer and see how we get on there. So just to summarise the car, two spec levels. There's the Excite and there's the Exclusive. The car we've tested today is the Exclusive, which is the highest spec of the two. Excite comes in just under 32,000 euro, including grants and incentives. The Exclusive is 35, just under 35, including grants and incentives, which is good value compared with the competition in this space. I don't think you can get any other car with the capabilities of this for that sort of money. In terms of other options, so if you go for metallic paint, so anything other than white, you will need to spend a little bit more. I think it's either 700 or 900 extra to get the additional paint. But apart from that, it's a great spec car for that money. So what are the differences between the two spec levels? So standard spec level doesn't have the panoramic roof, which you can see there. Also has cloth interior versus the leather interior. The higher spec car also has features like the some of the autonomous driving features, folding mirrors, automatic windscreen wipers, and so on. Conductive charging pad for your phone. So, and a few other things. I think it's 6-speaker stereo, which you don't get in the standard spec car. Heated seats, which you don't get in the standard spec car, for an extra 3,000. It's a lot of kit, a lot of additional kit and features for your money compared with some other brands. So yeah, great value car. Enjoyed driving it today. What didn't I like? Probably very little. There's only a couple of things that have niggled me as the day has gone on. The position of the stalk for the cruise control it's easy to hit off it when you're going for the indicators. That's a very minor thing, and I'm sure if you're owning the car and driving the car, you'll get used to that very quickly. It's just a slightly longer stick there for the cruise control than maybe you'd be used to with other cars, but yeah, as you get used to it, you know it's there. This particular car had a little bit of a rattle somewhere as I was going on the cross-country parts of the route. Again, probably a very minor thing specific to this car, something I'm sure that the dealer will be able to sort out. The only other thing I didn't really like was I was using the lane keep assist on the motorway parts of the journey, and I ended up turning it off. I just found it a little bit intrusive and a little bit jerky when it did kick in. So again, that's probably personal preference, but it does keep you out of trouble if you are using it. But yeah, all in all, the things that I didn't like about the previous car, so maybe not having enough range, or the infotainment system not being that sort of responsive when you're using it, all of those things are sorted out in this model. And little niggly features also, like the way the charging flap was on the previous car, the new one at the front of the car, which I still think is the best position for a charging port, a lot easier to use now. You just pop it out, and a couple of nice covers there for the different parts of the charging So yeah, all works very well and very easily. No issues getting the car charging today, just my finger trouble overnight with not getting the car charging to 100%, but that was nothing to do with the car, that was just the settings, and that was my fault for not checking that. So yeah, enjoyed driving the car today. I think it's a great car, great value for money, well worth looking at if you're considering or need a family or SUV type fully electric car. Thanks for taking the time to listen and watch our videos today. Simon from Next Eco Car and the Irish EV Owners Association. Big thanks to MG Island for supplying the car for the 2 days that we've had them. Okay, take care, speak to you soon. Bye bye.